Hello, welcome back.
Welcome, world.
Welcome world. Gotta get the welcome world in.
Yep.
Um, so here we are. This is what is today's date? July 22nd.
Back on it.
Yeah. Okay. This is our second episode on our audio and video, I guess. So
Right.
yeah, I'm feeling much better tonight. That first podcast that we did, I was feeling like shit.
Yeah,
And I
you
think it
were
was
still
evident.
sick.
I was. If you listen really close, like it sounds like I almost got that heaving or like, for breathing, like when you're not heaving,
Uh,
wheezing,
Wheezing. Yeah.
wheezing when I was trying to talk and everything. It was miserable.
Oh,
So anyway, yeah, you want to jump right in?
yeah.
And has her list that we're going to go over tonight. Of course, one being a symptom of menopause to start out, I believe.
Well, I want to make one correction about Angela Hummel. She's not one of the founders of Menopause, but she does work with them. So I just wanted to make that
Okay.
correction. And we're going to be meeting with them in October here. That's going to be coming up faster than we realized. Yeah, so I
Right.
put on our Facebook page this one post, and it was funny because the response to that kind of set me into a tailspin. So I put on there, I'm pretty sure I just lost the hearing in my right eye. That was one of the posts on Facebook. And somebody, this Heather Blackburn replied and said, "Warning, there comes a season of eye twitching and electrical shock sensations in your anus." And then she said, "And this also happens at the same time." So then I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I had to look it up." So I did do that. Often the result of changing estrogen levels affecting nerve sensitivity can cause pelvic floor muscle spasms. They're often referred to as ZAPs. So, changes in estrogen causes problems with your nerves, and you can get zaps in your butthole and in your vaginal area. There's a lot of really long names for them that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, but if you want to look it up, you can look it up because it's real. So, some of the things that you can do are hormone replacement therapy, warm sitz baths, like we had to do when we had our kids. Remember that after you gave birth, they would make you sit in a little
Yeah.
bit of warm water with Epsom salts. Pelvic floor physical therapy, so like Kegels, I'm imagining. Or they can do a localized injection of a muscle relaxer in your nether regions.
Ew.
That does not sound like a fun time to me.
No. No. Let me
So
ask you
that's one.
though, have you ever had this happen? Have you ever felt this?
If I did, I don't remember. Have you had that happen? Zaps
Yes.
in the butthole?
It's not a zap. It is sort of like a cramp. Yes, I have had this. And so has my
Okay.
husband. He has had it too. So, all right. So I gotta say, so you sent me this information that we were going to talk about this. So I looked it up and, um, well, I Googled it, of course, and do you know what came
Right.
up? You know what came up? Electro stim anal sex toys, an electric shock anal plug anal vibrator, Amazon.
What kind of algorithm do you got going on there? Because that sounds crazy.
I don't know. But anyway, so then I put it in with menopause and then I got a better explanation
There you
and
go.
it made sense to me. And I thought, okay, so I didn't realize this is what this was called, but it, they call it Proctalgia Fugax.
See, I wasn't prepared to pronounce that.
I don't know if it's right or not, but that's my best guess. So
Okay.
yeah, but yeah,
It's a real thing.
it is. It's very uncomfortable. Yeah.
How long does it last? Is it
I,
like a zap and gone, or is it like,
Yeah, when they say zap, it's not really a zap. It really is like just an internal cramp of sorts. Um, I don't even know how to describe it. it's not like you feel like you have to have a bad moment or anything, but it
But, like,
is
have you
definitely.
ever fallen and hurt your tailbone? Like, have you hit your tailbone and then for,
Yeah.
like, weeks after that, it's just like a pressure in there? Is it like that?
Yeah, it feels almost like a pressure, not like you have to have a bowel movement, but again, it's yeah, and it doesn't usually last very long. Like, when I say not
Thank
very long, I'm
goodness.
talking like could be 10 minutes to a half hour or something like that,
Okay. Not
you
like
know?
days or weeks.
Not in my case and not in my husband's case.
Yikes.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
mean, that sounds absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that that happens to you.
It's not very often. I couldn't even tell you the last time that I had it. And I did
Yeah.
do pelvic floor exercises. I went to therapy for pelvic floor for incontinence about 5 years ago or
Wow.
so. Maybe it was longer than that, 6, 7 years. Um, that was weird.
Was it?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, yeah,
Well, if
because you
they tell
actually
you, "All right, you have to do this," and then how do they know that you're doing it right? Are they're not, like, putting their hand down there to make sure that I don't
they
know.
yes,
Like, what do they do?
yes, she
Shut
absolutely
up.
was putting her hand
They
there.
put
She
their
was putting her
hand in
hand,
your
and
pants? Stop.
you were laying on the table, and yeah, it's just like being at the OBGYN. I mean, she was really good. It was weird. Like, I didn't
Oh,
know that that was going to happen, but you know,
yeah.
I
They're
guess was helpful,
professionals.
right? Yeah.
"I'm gonna put my hand in your pants now." "Oh, okay. Alright."
Well, you prepare.
Wow.
I didn't have pants on because you are in preparation,
Well,
right?
yeah. Mm.
So when you say put your hand in or put your hand in your
Oh
pants,
my
but
gosh.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. So
Oh, no.
all right.
But
Well,
it
I hope you
helped
don't.
you? Did it help you then?
At the time, yeah. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
didn't really keep up on my exercises. They gave me floor exercises and things I'm supposed to do at home. I still have the papers down in the filing cabinet, but who really continues any type of therapy at home when they're
Nobody.
supposed to?
No. Nobody does that.
Yeah, I find it
And
very
then
difficult.
yeah, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So that was the obscure thing for tonight. But I really wanted to talk about empty nest syndrome, and I know that this hit hard for you because you're dealing with this right now. Kinda, sorta. Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
it's gonna happen very soon where you'll be empty nest.
yeah, yep. It's been really difficult to deal with. Although I will say, as of recent, you and I have talked about this before, so I've been dealing with this for several months. Um, and I don't really know how to talk about this. Two boys still at home. They both have one foot out the door.
Yeah.
Do their own thing. They're living their own lives. So, the oldest one that's home spends a lot of time with his girlfriend and will stay at her property and with her parents, I should say. And then a couple nights a week, he is home. So, it's like he's never here really
Right.
because he's always sleeping here or he's up in his room. And then the younger one, of course, is currently living with a girlfriend who he's been with for a year until she finishes school. They're to come back and live here temporarily until they can save up some money. I don't think it's going to happen. I
Yeah.
don't.
You think
I
you're
think
gonna
being on their
oh,
own
right.
right now, I think they're going to be happier that way. So,
I got the taste
uh,
of being free.
yeah, yeah. But it's a real thing. I can see where women
It
get
is.
really, really depressed. But just as of recent, though, I kind of had a shift of attitude. Well, I went on this purge last weekend. I got this energy. I don't know where the hell it came from, but I was just going crazy, hauling stuff out of the basement, getting rid of things. And my youngest son has a lot of IT equipment downstairs in the
It
basement.
really
And
does.
yeah, I'm over it now. So I'm okay. Like, I mean, if you want to go out, go take your crap,
Take your
we did
stuff
that
with
kind of
you.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know, well, you have one boy still at home, so it's a little bit different for
Mhm.
you, and that's always going to be.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can see a real depression set in for some women, no, for sure. In regards to
Yeah,
this when your
so
kids leave.
they say it's not there's no clinical diagnosis for it, but it happens so often that they have to at least recognize it. It says some of the symptoms are sadness, loss, depression, loneliness, distress, worry, and anxiety because you're worried about, oh my gosh, what are they doing and how are they doing? A loss of purpose and meaning in life. And you and I talked about that. Like, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a this, I'm a that. And then all of a sudden, that part of you has broken off now. And you're having like an identity crisis, basically. And then also increased marital tensions because it's just you and your spouse. There's no buffer there anymore. Or there's nothing for you two to team up and focus on because those things are gone out of the house.
Mhm.
So it's just really a time for lots of communication and even let your kids know, like, hey, I'm having a real hard time with you moving out. Can you, for a little while, can you maybe call me more often? Or I don't know. But it's definitely a conversation you have to have with your children, even your spouse, and say, hey, I'm just having a rough time. The kids are moving out. It's hard for me to deal with this. It's just all about communicating and getting what you need from the other people in your life to make sure that you're going to be okay and get through it.
Yeah, that is true, and my boys are very well aware of how I feel about this. The oldest one living here now, he said to me one day, he said, "Mom, I know you said that I could stay here forever, but that doesn't mean I want to." And
Right.
I get it. He's adulting, and that's all well and fine. And then now I'm trying to look at the other aspect of it too. They get out on their own, they get their own place. You can go visit them. You can see how they're
Yep.
becoming their own, if you will, in their own space.
Yeah.
And then obviously we know that leads to marriage and hopefully more grandchildren. And as we know, I have two grandchildren, which ultimately I'm getting this weekend. But they're
Cool.
coming. Yes, they're coming for the weekend. So we'll have an 8-year old and an 11-year old here for the weekend. We're so excited for that. Um, so that'll definitely help too to have them around. But
Yeah.
they are a couple hours away. So where these other two are going to end up, who knows? Maybe they'll be close to
Right.
home. Maybe they won't. But yeah,
That's
I,
the
I
downfall of raising kids is you train them to be on their own. And then when they go on their own, you're like, no, 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 don't do that.
yeah.
Come back, come back, come back.
Well,
Yeah.
you're so busy, and you know it from having your own two boys. You're so busy raising them, taking care of them, basically, and your spouse that I don't do me. I don't
Right.
do me at all. Do you know, I used to make it a priority to, like at night after the kids went to bed, I would do my nails. I'd go out to the dining room and I would
Yeah.
do my fingernails, have some my time. Now, as you can see, they're not done. Um, I'd like to do them tonight, but I don't focus on myself, and I'm trying to do better with that now. And women, going through the same thing, I'm sure they understand that. And I don't know what I like anymore. I think that's
Right.
another aspect of it too. I'm trying to think, what did I like to do before I had kids? With my time in the evening, you know, I don't watch a lot of TV. Well, I have hobbies. Well, we've already talked about that. So I don't know,
We'll
just
talk
too much
about
shit
that.
I
Yeah.
do. Yeah. But so yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's very sad. It is depressing that they're leaving, but I think if you can just shift that focal point a little bit onto the future and what that looks like. As your
Right.
family grows,
Yeah.
with their whether it be a wife or a husband, depending on, what sex of children you have. But that's what I'm trying to look at now.
Yeah.
So,
I think a lot of time, especially women our generation, we were taught to be like of service, and it was almost you'd feel guilty if you did something for yourself. Well, I've heard this analogy a bunch of times. Like if you're in a plane wreck, you can't help the people around you if you don't put the mask on yourself first.
right.
Now's the time to put that mask on yourself and take care of yourself that so that you have it to put into other people.
That's very true. I like the analogy.
Yeah. Don't feel guilty at all for doing anything for yourself, no matter what it is.
Right.
And we get together, we do things, right?
Yeah.
So we could talk about our painting party that we had.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
And I didn't tell you this, but I said to Rachel when I saw her at the uh photography exhibit, I said, I feel like I painted Bev to look like E.T. and when he was in the closet and he had the wig on. And she goes, oh my God, I can picture that. I think you're right. So we'll put those pictures up. But we had a painting party at my house and we had changed names and we didn't tell each other who we were painting. And then when we were done, we all showed each other the paintings of each other and they were pretty bad.
They were bad, but that was a lot of fun. It was soothing. We were under no time restraint. I was the last one that was done out of all of us, and it looks hideous, but regardless. But it was fun. That wasn't the whole point, to be able to paint a good picture. I mean, who the hell can paint? None of
No,
us are
we just
artists.
wanted to have fun.
Yeah. And it was. I think it was a great idea, and I believe you suggested it, that this was something
Yeah.
that we would do, and it was a wonderful idea, something to pass on to others
Yeah.
who are looking for something to do for social engagement with their girlfriends.
And we were gonna be outside, and I promised everybody that we could put our feet in a baby pool, and we couldn't be outside because it rained. So I brought the baby pool into the back room, and we had the baby pool anyway.
That's right. Yeah, it was fun.
That was fun. And we had food. I always like food.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we all brought something. That was, yeah. I I think what I'm gonna try to do is I'll try to put the picture that you did of me up uh on the podcast here. I can pop it
You
into the
should put
screen.
the picture of all of us. Put it on there. So when I was a kid, my parents apparently paid somebody, which I don't know why, to paint a painting of me. I'm gonna show you this painting now.
Okay.
If I can get it to come up in the camera, but let me show you.
Oh my gosh. That looks like your sister.
I look like I'm a 30-year-old real estate agent. This picture is horrendous. And they actually paid somebody to do this picture. Yikes.
Well, I don't know if it's bad or not because I don't have a
Oh, it's
picture of
bad.
you at that age to compare it to.
Yeah, I don't think I have the picture. I'm gonna have to look. But I've kept this horrible, ugly thing. I keep it in the basement, keep the mice away, but that's about all it's good for. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Honestly, I saw Amber when you first put that up.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Amber. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And we went to Fourth Friday
Yeah.
together and
Yeah.
with Kim and her mom. That was pretty fun. Lots of stuff to do down there. That's always a good time. That's coming up this week, by the way.
Yeah. So just basically where the town has food trucks and vendors set up and you could just browse through. Yeah, it was really nice.
We got some good coffee. Did you get coffee?
But yeah, I got that drink, but I couldn't taste it, remember?
Gosh, that was right. You couldn't taste or smell anything.
I don't even remember what I got. What it was. What type.
Was it a latte?
No, it
Or
wasn't a
was it?
latte.
Oh, I don't
I'm
remember either.
trying to remember. I don't know, but no, I couldn't taste it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Do you have your taste back now?
I still don't fully know. Mm-mm.
And when did you get sick?
Last week of May.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
pretty
long
terrible.
time.
Hmm.
You're
I
getting
said
your smell back though, right?
very faint. Yeah, not fully.
Mm.
Matter of fact, I was talking to somebody earlier today, and said, sorry if I smell like I'm a whore, because I can't
I
tell,
can't
you know,
smell myself. I'm just like,
I put the same amount of perfume on as I always do, but I can't stand the fact that I cannot tell.
smell it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I sprayed it this morning and I
Oh,
sniff it and no, I can't smell it.
oh,
It
that's a
sucks.
shame.
It's terrible. I have she was an old neighbor of ours and she had COVID way back in the beginning of COVID and she still cannot taste and smell. There is a name for it. I don't
Wow.
know what it is, but now I can empathize with her to understand what she is going through. 'Cause it
So like
sucks.
6 years, she hasn't
Yeah,
been able to take. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
I don't know if it was 2020 that she, had been ill with COVID, but it was
Hmm.
within the main COVID period, if you will. So, yeah.
Wow, that's rough.
Yeah, like I said, and there's a name associated with that too, but I don't know what it is.
Right.
I hope mine does come back, and I do expect that it will,
Jeez.
but
Yeah. Just a matter of when.
yeah.
And to what degree will it come back? Like full strength that you had before or not?
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. And then we can touch base on this. So we talked last time about my blood work, how I was going to be accountable and call my family physician and get scheduled to get my lab work done. I did that. But
Yes.
I, I don't know what it is with the doctor's offices, but I can't get in until August just for standard routine, just to get a blood draw and then schedule with the doctor,
That's
what, like a week later? It's
crazy.
August. Now, granted, we are almost into July, so it'll be here before you know it.
But
So,
still.
yeah, but get this. So when I called and I asked, I don't know what she is on the other end. I don't know if she's just a scheduler or what they are, but I told her about having these labs done. And I said, I'd like to have the same ones run when I come in for my annual blood work
Right.
with you. And I told her it was done with a third party and gave her some information as to what I had done, which was the lipoprotein, which okay, so I'm gonna say lipoprotein because I was saying lipo. I don't know why I was giving it a long I, but I think it's lipo.
I want lipo.
So lipo, lipo, whatever. So the lipoprotein, but her comment to me was, well, if you can send those over, like the reports that I have from my lab work before, and we'll look at them and see if it is something that we can do here because we don't know if we can. Like
Okay.
WTF? Seriously? Like,
You're a
I,
doctor's office and you can't
right,
do blood
right.
tests. I don't believe that.
I was really blown away by it. I said, "Okay, fine. I'll send over my labs," which I still haven't done. So I do need to do that, and, I should do that by the beginning of next week.
Then
But then I'm gonna follow up with them, and if they can't run them, then I will just cancel that appointment, and I will call back Infinity and get my
and get them
labs
done
run
there.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously? I still can't believe it. It's mind-numbing to me, but
Yeah.
whatever. I feel good, so,
Right.
you know. How did you make out with your estrogen?
Well, I stopped taking it. I'm just taking the
Oh,
progesterone now. My body won't absorb it, so I'm not doing it anymore. But the progesterone has changed my life. It I sleep so well now. I'm on 200 milligrams every night, knocks me out, and I sleep in chunks instead of waking up every hour.
okay. I didn't realize that you could take the progesterone by itself. I
The
thought you had to
estrogen
take
you
a pill.
can't take. The estrogen you can't take by itself. If you take the estrogen by itself, it'll harden your uterus. So you have to take them together, but the progesterone you can take by itself.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Are there any other symptoms that it's cleaned up for you, the estrogen, aside from sleeping?
Well, I think the only other problem I had was the brain fog. That was my main problem, and I mean, I feel like it's getting better, but it's not still not great. But I don't know that there's ever gonna be anything to fix that. I just don't. I think it just is what it is. I'm gonna live in blissful ignorance for the rest of my life because I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing, so
I
fuck it.
yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case, though. I think you'll find a time that you will come out of that. And I just
I'm
speak from my own
hoping.
experience. Yeah. I'm not gonna say that I always feel 100% better, but I think there's a lot more days than not, I feel better
Yeah,
about the brain fog.
that's all I want. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah, so,
And
yeah.
that's okay. That's okay too. It's okay
So
too.
so aside from the progesterone, then you're not doing anything with
Mm-mm.
Infinity as far as any other type of treatments or anything?
No. And I got my regular doctor to prescribe the progesterone, so I can get that through them too.
Okay.
So I'm not going through
Okay.
Infinity for anything anymore. Yeah.
o- Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll have to let everybody know whether my family physician's office can run my additional labs or not.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
see what's so hard about it. I
it's
really.
heart numbers. Why can't they run heart numbers? They have to be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't care about the estrogen and testosterone and progesterone. Like,
Right.
I already kind of know where those lie, you know.
Yeah.
No, I want to know the other stuff, the
That's
HDL
really
breakdown and
important.
all that.
So
Yeah,
important. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I gotta tell you, because I keep saying to Troy, I said, I'm telling you, if I go get labs and my numbers haven't fucking come down, I eat overnight oats every morning for breakfast. I had an orange tonight. I didn't really eat anything, but I had a piece of chicken and
You have been dedicated
yeah, I
to
have.
your diet, like
I
I
have.
have never seen before. Really, really, really dedicated to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I did step on a scale this morning and I'm really about down 20 pounds now since I started, like end of February. Well, end of February is in the Dominican Republic, and I really tried to be good there. But, they always got fruit and stuff, at the resorts and things like that. So it wasn't that hard. Um,
I have no
but
idea, Bev,
yeah,
I've never been there. I can imagine, though.
oh, you got to get there one of these times. I'm telling you.
Yeah, need a boyfriend to pay for me to go there because 'cause I'm not paying to go there, so I'm just saying.
Well, I know we talked about a cruise thing, and that would be nice too. But
I need a man. I need a man with deep pockets and a generous spirit.
I hope he's listening.
"Hello, I've been waiting. I'm here in my basement. Come to my house." Jeez. Well, remember I had a little bit of I thought, hopeful. Remember? Can I read it? Should I read it?
Yeah.
I live in Lewisburg, which is, 15 minutes from my house. I'll keep this simple because your profile's already said everything I needed to hear. I'm single. No entanglements, nothing complicated in my background. My life is peaceful and I intend to keep it that way. Long story short, after I read that, when you know somebody local, they put their job title on their profile. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to be in 10 minutes, figure out who he is, where he is, da 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 da. The night we went to Fourth Friday, I said to you, look at this picture, Bev. He's got a wedding ring on. By the time you got home to your house, you had his wife's name. I had his home address. I know what his house looks like. He's married.
Yeah.
He's married. Like, what? In this day and age where you can literally find anything about anybody within 5 or 10 minutes on the internet, why would you lie about that?
Well, and regardless, what we discussed an open marriage, too, that maybe that is a possibility.
Yeah,
but
but when you put
that
on
should
there,
be
"I'm
brought.
single, no entanglements, blah, blah, blah," they should say, "I'm in an open marriage." Why just be
Well,
honest about it from the
exactly.
jump.
That's what I'm saying. He should have just said something right up front. And if I'm not mistaken, one of our friends was familiar with him too, correct?
That's the thing, and we were talking about him at the paint party, and Mary and Rachel are both like, "Oh my gosh, well, he dated a friend of ours a long time ago," and she kept saying, "I think he's married." Well, yeah, he is.
Well, that's so funny. Because I didn't. That's probably when I was still painting my picture. Everybody else was done. They're talking, and I'm just, just you know. Um, but I didn't hear that conversation.
Yes.
So they said
Their
that.
mutual friend dated him a while ago. They're familiar with him, like, they met him and went out and did things with her and him, and she said to them a few times, "I think he might be married."
And he didn't come clean with her ever.
No, no,
To hell. Uh,
that's what I'm saying. I should call her and be like, "Yes, he is married, and here's his wife's name, and this is where she lives." And blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
well, hopefully she's not just a booty call, like off and on. But we
right.
don't know.
Yeah.
Hard
I think
telling.
that's a long time ago that they were dating, but it's still he was married then. He's married now. So there's that.
You got any new
And
ones on the
well,
horizon now?
uh I'm going to revisit the um original guy that helped me when I had my surgery, the one that sent me the bill for the work that he did
Oh,
around the house. We're gonna
okay.
go to dinner in August. He wants to talk about where things went wrong. So
Can't
I'm
believe
gonna
you gotta paint
explain
him
to
a
him.
picture of that.
I know. Don't send bills in the mail to women that you want to be romantically involved with. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, and nobody knows. I don't have a crystal ball, but I just explained to him, I want a man in my life, and it's not wrong. It's just not right for me. Like that might be totally acceptable to another woman, but not this woman.
Right.
So I want somebody that's genuinely wanting to make my life easier and better because out of the kindness of their heart, not what they're going to get out of it. Period. That's it.
Well, and at
And
this
so that's
stage
that.
of lives, even in his age, you would think that's what he's looking for. Like
He's
you would
late 60s.
companionship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, is he collecting Social Security too?
He's yes. If you're old enough for a social security check, you need to be better. Like get better. I think social security allows you to get mental health help.
That's a good point.
Get a
Yeah.
counselor. I don't know. It's frustrating. It's just so
Mm.
frustrating. And I
Yeah.
just want to give up. I really just want to give up and be like, this is just I'm just going to be single.
No, I don't think that you really need to do that. I don't know. Well, I do kind of know. I mean, I know that you have a lot of conversations going on with several people, but a lot, when you're not looking for it, usually that's when it hits. So,
Well, unless they're coming to my
yeah,
house, because I really don't do anything. Like I don't go places to find people.
well, that's
I
true.
just don't.
Did you talk to
I
Amber?
don't join it. I'm not into like going to a gym and I don't go like I don't have outside circles of hobby things that I do like a bike club or running club or I'm not in any of that stuff. I work, I come home, I do stuff with you, do stuff with Kim and Mel. That's it. That's my existence. So the
Yeah.
chances of me running into somebody organically is not going to happen. It's not.
So I kind of sorry. I'm sorry. It just kind of makes me laugh. So we the person who was going to help us do our upstairs bathroom, the small bathroom, very small bathroom, but we need to put a new tub in, and we don't have an
Yeah.
access panel, so Troy's not he doesn't like plumbing, so he'd only be faced with that. So,
I don't blame him.
yeah, so he was at a local, hardware store one day, and he saw a vehicle that had a sign on the side of the door said for a handyman, so he gave that to me. So this individual came and gave an estimate. Well, I didn't get the estimate yet, but he came and looked at the job over the weekend, and, a pretty nice guy, you know? I mean, for the interaction that we have, and he's been single for 15 years. He's, like,
Wow.
in our age group or whatever, but my first thought was, "Ange, like, I I know a guy." You know what I mean? But I could never do that to you without or, intentionally without talking to you first, I guess, but
Well, Doris tried to set me up with a guy that she's known for a really long time, and that turned out to be a real dud. So I'm taking applications. Let me just say that. I'm
okay.
taking applications.
Alright, applications for and you can send to our website, okay?
Yes.
Just saying.
Or
Yep.
Facebook.
Just be honest.
Please don't be married. I've
You
had enough married men. I'm done with it. I will
Yeah,
find out. I will know within 10 minutes. And now I'm gonna start telling the wives because I'm over it. Like, stop. Stop it.
yeah, yeah. If you've been in prison, if you've done time such as that, you
If you've
need to tell
murdered
her,
somebody.
you know?
I can you know what? I can do the prison thing. If you've been in prison and that was a long time ago and whatever, Dennis was in prison. Dennis went to prison for stealing a motorcycle. That was but that was when he was a kid. He has a felony. Yeah. But that was when he was a kid. But if you went to jail for, like, murder or domestic violence, stuff like that, that's not gonna fly with me. If you
Right.
did stupid shit when you were a kid, that's a different story, but if it's recent or you've killed somebody or beat up somebody or did bad things to children or women, I don't wanna be bothered with you.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Hmm.
So, do you wanna get into numbers? Like, cause our Facebook page is we're so close to 10,000 followers on Facebook, like,
Awesome.
right on the edge of that, and
Perfect.
it's still mostly women 45 to 54 listening, but we do have 4% of 65 plus. That's a new category.
Wha Say that again?
We have 4% of women 65 plus on our
Oh,
Facebook.
nice, okay.
Yeah. We had 7,000 views this month on our page, and Louisville, Kentucky, and Muncie, Pennsylvania are tied.
Kentucky?
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you
they're tied with Muncie, so I don't
okay.
know. Columbus,
That's
Ohio,
cool.
Indianapolis, Indiana, and New York
Nice.
are okay. 97% in the United States, 1% Canada, 1% UK, 1% Australia, and a half of a percent, which I don't know how you have a half of a percent of a person, in South Africa.
0.5%. That is
Yeah.
odd. Okay, I could really
So
come up
odd.
with a lot of things I don't Okay, well, I can tell you that we have had 21 streams of our podcast in the last 7 days, and they were all through YouTube.
Oh,
All
good.
through YouTube. Mhm.
Nice. So you started the new YouTube channel.
Yes.
Has that link been put on our website? The link
No.
to the
Our website
I
still needs a
fixed it
little
on the
bit of
dot I
updating.
fixed it on the dot card, so it's on so the if you go through the QR code, that'll get you there, but the website has to be updated, but we do have a new YouTube channel, and all of our episodes full length, right, are gonna
Yes.
be loaded on
Yes.
there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah.
Yep, and we got one TikTok, video on there as well. If you haven't seen it yet, you can catch that on there too, and any additional new upcoming, TikToks and things will actually be posted there as well. What do you call them? Shortcuts. I'm technically challenged the whole way
Reels.
around. That include Okay, see, I didn't know that. Like,
Yeah, a couple reels.
I am so ignorant when it comes to this stuff. But okay, so reels or whatever, we will
Yeah.
post those there as well. Um So, yeah, anything else before we jump off here tonight? Anything else exciting happen or shitty for the
Oh,
past week?
I am going to live out my mermaid dreams. I booked my photo shoot with Autumn for August 18th, I think. I'm gonna be wearing my a mermaid costume, and she's gonna take pictures of me in the water at the creek. By the
Oh,
waterfall. Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. And Kim is coming, and she's going to have a fishing pole, and she's going to be, like, fishing me out of the water.
Oh my gosh. They always look so good, though. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
because I got
fantastic.
new mermaid wallpaper for one of the walls in my room, and I'm gonna redo my room, and I wanna hang some of those pictures up there then.
Nice. Good idea. Well, yeah, that's cool. It's fun.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Um, I wish I had something exciting to share, but I don't.
Oh, well, you're getting grandkids this weekend, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. No, Troy and I, we just last week we were out in a side by side. I sent you those couple pictures when we were in a side
Yeah,
by side. You know, my husband's been trying to find stuff for us to do as we're talking about the empty nest syndrome, and so of course, well, a side by side, that's right up a man's alley. You know, I
right.
like it. It is fun. You know, I don't have a
Something to
problem with
do.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but so anyhow, yeah. All right. Well, short and sweet. I'll see you next time with some more topics on menopause symptoms.
Yeah. Enjoy your night, and we'll see you next time.
You, you too. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.